Whew. Well, good morning on day 26. You can see I'm still at Boyce Cove Park, but I've been up for a while contemplating. Got up real early this morning and pouring rain, and decided, I'm just gonna wait a little bit. So waited for the rain to quit. Figured every day's got two tides. I'll go down for the evening tide, which will give me a little more rest this morning, and head out of here about 1 o'clock and relax. And if I get down to the river at 6 and cross it, great. If not, I'm down there and I can camp down there, and tomorrow I can get up and still make it into Humbug. So the river's only about 3 miles away from Cape Blanco State Park, so if I walk in there in the dark, no big deal. Once I get across that, trail up the hills, no big deal. And the river's a big deal, especially after this little bit of rain. So if I can't get across it, then the first thing in the morning, I'll try it again when it's a little lower and the low tide's a little later. So there's no way I could have made it 4 miles from here down to there by low tide. So didn't want to hang out there all day. I'll just hang out here all day. So we'll see what happens. Okay, for breakfast today we got some breakfast drink mixed in with granola and some breakfast bars that I store in with a breakfast cereal, and some tea, and maybe a muffin with cream cheese. We'll see. Well, I've spent the morning relaxing and packing, and 12 o'clock noon it starts to rain, so it's probably time to go get in the forest where it won't be quite so wet. Get through Blacklock Point and head down the hill. Hopefully that will be successful. It's a bit slippery. Get on the beach and see what it's like down at the mouth of the Sixes River. May have to hole up there for a little while, but we can do that. Feel a little bit better today, a little more relaxed, a little less tired, a little less grumpy, a little more positive that we can solve all problems of the world. So today's a good day to do that. Well, our journey continues south. We have to get to where the green meets the grass over there to get back on the trail, and walk through the woods for about 2 miles, 2.5 miles. Probably be a little wet because of the rain, and enjoy the afternoon. Amazing what a good night's sleep does for you when you're just dog tired from the last couple of days. So this is not an easy adventure, as some would think. Oh, it's all along the coast, but you do have to put in the miles. Today, when I get to Cape Blanco, we'll mark mile 300. So eventually it takes its toll. You need to rest. So wherever there's wind, people will find places to kiteboard and sailboard. We've seen them up by Cannon Beach, on Indian Beach, and by Newport and Lincoln City. And in this part of the world, it's Floras Lake. It draws all kinds of people here for recreation at all times of the year. Bring a wetsuit. The water's cold. But nice little campground. Megan does a good job there. Very helpful. And enjoyed my stay. So the wind's about 10 miles an hour out of the south. I anticipate some more wetness today. You won't see this in July. Floras Lake that's void of people playing on it. Okay, get one of our last looks at Cape Arago way up there. We were up last week, and our first look down here at Blacklock Point. Around that will be Cape Blanco. The furthest west point in the contiguous United States. Get out there by the lighthouse, hopefully before the sun goes down. Always like this part of the trail. You go from bright sand and loose sand to kind of a clay trail. You can still hear the ocean off to our west here, to total darkness in the forest. But we're going the right way. Yay. It's a pretty enchanted place. Oregon Live rated the area around here on the trails number 2 on its places to go in Oregon list. So you'll have to look up number 1, but it's a pretty cool place. It's pretty unknown. If we continue to go forward here, due south, we'll get to the Sixes Airport, built for some planes in World War II and thereafter. It's not really used now except for small aircraft, but our sign says to go this way. So we'll go down here and get over to the Blacklock Point trail over by the cliff, which has wonderful views, and get over to the corner where Blacklock Point is. Have some time today, so we might just go out to Blacklock Point and have a look. Okay, when you can see the ocean, there's also a trail down to it. This goes down to a little place to cross the creek, across this canyon here. And if you get around on the sandstone cliffside and walk down a ways, you'll see a very nice waterfall. But today, the tide is in, so I wouldn't go down there on high tide. These cliffs are like 80 feet tall, and if you get stuck, that's not going to be good. We'll go down here and cross the creek and go up the other side. All right, little creek down here. There's a couple of places to camp down there. I've camped down there twice. It's very peaceful. Nice little wet area. And we'll go up on the other side. All right, we've reached the point where there's a couple of camping spots down there. There looks like a rickety bridge, but that one's solid as a rock. And more places over here, but I don't know, that looks a little iffy. That pile of sticks down there to cross on. I'm going to go right down this way, even though it's steep. All right, did that without falling. Get through the land of skunk cabbage here. Stuff gets broken. It does smell like a skunk. It's got big old yellow spathe-like flowers in the early summer. And get up on here and get across. Somebody has built this and it's not rotten yet, so we'll just kind of get on the boards and get across and be on our merry way. Yay. That looks kind of like a poor effort for a beaver dam, but you could probably get across there. Anyway, trail marker up here. Nice place to camp back in there. I can attest to that. And we're going up the hill. All right, we're clear to that little valley now in this open area. Coming up to another little trail crossing that'll happen left. We're gonna keep going straight till we get out to the cliffs area. All right, either way will get you to Blacklock Point, but that way's not quite as scenic, but it does make a nice bike trail. We'll go through here and get on the cliff side. Kind of coming out of this part of the forest, get over to the sandstone parts over here.
We'll see how much this grows in a couple of years. All right, our trail goes left, but nice view out here to the right. Just don't want to get too close. Looking out there at Blacklock Point, at least the north side of it. Yeah, it goes down. Tide's not that far in. So this is about high tide right now or in the next half hour. So can't quite see the waterfall. It's around that next little corner. Well, I should have brought a bucket. Have a lobster mushroom fest here. Pretty good size one there. It's probably at least 10 pounds worth. $10 a pound, at least. All right. This is all full of them. Bright orange. Lobster mushrooms really aren't mushrooms, but they are the fungus attacking another fungus. And for some reason, they're tasty. Just walking by a whole forest of them. Oh well, too bad we're not collecting today. We have to come back next week. All right, we're coming into view of the tip of Blacklock Point out here. Clear ocean today. Here we go. Beautiful place. I'm sure there's whales out there somewhere. And on the other side, not much beach down there. Well, the view north is pretty stunning today. Barely make out Cape Blanco way up there. As soon as we get over past these trees, we'll be able to see Cape Blanco. But beautiful day out here now. All right, we're close to the point, but just about the point where you go down the grassy hillside. This wouldn't be a bad place to camp if you needed a stealth place to camp. Pretty flat in here. No water though. But this goes up here and turns left and goes down quite steeply. Let's see if it goes out to the point too or not. A lot of water out there. And we're going to come back here and go down that little trail, but go out here and see how far this goes to Blacklock Point. Very first bright view of Cape Blanco down there. You can see the lighthouse today. And a puddle of water down there is the Sixth River at high tide, so that is very pleasing. There's not a lot of beach, so we may wait up here for welcome to Blacklock Point. One of the windier places in Oregon. See the trail down there kind of empties out into water. So you have to wait a little while to get down there. Just got to get past that little bit of driftwood over that little grassy hump onto the beach, and I think that'll be all right. But that could be a little iffy. Well, welcome to today's obstacle course. Goes. We're going to take a high line through here. Stay off this big stuff. Go right next to the grass. Well, we're getting there. Just got to go a little hump here and get through debris pile number 2 up here. Well, if I get desperate, I can always stay in there tonight. Free of this mess. the good news, we didn't fall. And this sand, which is usually pretty soft, is at least right now kind of hard because it's wet. So I'm going to start looking for a place to stay right now in case we got to come back. I'm not so sold on this little creek up here, even at low tide. We got stuff like this coming in, reaching the berm. The ocean just looks a little more angry today than usual. So I don't know. We just have to figure this out. Surfers out today. Well, the mouth is getting closer. Not sure if that's a good thing or not, but figure out what to do up here. So with the wind and everything, I'll just describe what happened. I put down my pack and I walked up to the very edge that I could get up to, and the birds kind of all left. I thought maybe I could get across, but it was still about 4:30 and I had some time to wait. I couldn't see bottom, and so I decided to wait. But at the very edge up here, problem was the surge from the waves was coming in, and the water from the creek the river was flowing out, and it was just not a good mix. Plus the wind was very, very intense, and it was pretty cold. It was late in the day, and the sun was not out. But I had to wait. Waited about an hour and a half before we finally got organized enough to do this. Birds didn't really care though. Didn't see this guy, he's just spacing out. He didn't see me either. Hi there. What are you doing, man? Yeah, I figured you'd get on your haunch and leave. Don't talk then. Buddies. Huh? Well, you have a good day. I'm gonna go over here. Hopefully it'll get wet. From this little 15-yard section here. Going. Well, the third time's the charm. I have never been through anything like that. Man, the storm surge out here is supposed to get worse by about 2 o'clock tonight. I talked to a guy that said the river level is about 2 feet higher than it was yesterday with all the rain they've been having. So I got down at about 6 o'clock with trekking poles and plowed through and got through the first time, and turned around and went back to the other side. Got hit by some bit of a storm surge wave about a foot high and kind of knocked me a little bit, and then when the next one came in a foot higher, that knocked me off and dumped me in. So I got out all soaked and figured, okay, I'll watch the waves this time. put on my pack and kept my belts unbuckled. And luckily, did not get hit by any waves, but the water was just over knees, flowing faster than I've been in water flowing since I was 20. And did make it across in one piece, safe and sound, and dry. So now, I gotta get up to Cape Blanco State Park and warm up and eat. Calm down a little bit now that that's done, but man, you don't want to do that every day. Set you back a little bit. Thank you, Lord. Well, at least the lighthouse will lead me home tonight. It's light up there. You can see. Whew. Man, gotta get your adrenaline pumping. Rock out there. Barely see it probably. Soup will be very good tonight. Actually, anything warm will be good tonight. Glad I got on warm clothes. Nothing got wet in my pack, except for my belt pouch, which I dragged through the water because my belt was not connected to my body. All of my shoulders. Belt was not connected. It was a good thing because I needed to adjust leverage with my pack or I would have went in. So don't connect your pack to your body when you go across fast moving water. You need to keep your balance. If you need to get out of your pack, you can do so in a hurry. If you're worried about losing it, tie a string to it. Damn. Lucky tonight. Another big wave, I would have been done.